Minecraft is full of wacky features, tips, and tricks, and nobody really knows them all, so let's check out some ones you might not have heard of. Finding diamonds becomes so much easier if you just drink a bottle of night vision. Then you can see those pesky diamonds wherever they may be hiding, because they just pop there, and it's so easy to see them and identify them when it's clear as day down here. But if you actually go ahead and combine that with an aqua affinity and respiration helmet, then you can go ahead and hop into a water cave like this one, which is more likely to have diamonds like that one there, or I'm sure there's some more, that one there. This is just the way that Minecraft generation works. Like those ones right there, diamonds will actually just spawn when they're not touching air. There's some more right there. It makes them spawn bigger veins and more frequently. So check out your underwater caves with some night vision. Magma blocks are painful to walk on, but if you just shift on them, you no longer take damage. However, if you don't want to be walking so slowly, you could also add the Frostwalker enchantment to your boots. This should allow you to walk on the magma blocks as much as you want without any issues. This is also helpful for getting air underwater, so I would take damage from it, but if I shift, no longer taking damage, and I've refilled my air. Buckets are way more useful than you or even Steve thinks. Oh no, forest fire! With the proper know-how and just one... Oh, I got Frostwalker. Here we go. Alright, with the proper know-how and just one bucket, you can quickly make yourself a nether portal without the need for a diamond pick. But also with one bucket of lava and a furnace and something to cook, you can smelt up to 100 items. And if you were to go ahead and put some wet sponge in a furnace and let that dry out, it will actually give you a bucket of water. Rapidly using a bucket against a wall underwater will help you get enough air back to survive. So just frantically clicking here against this wall underwater to remove the water and then place it back, and I got full water breathing once again. Milking a cow, a mushroom, or a goat will give you a bucket of milk, which is helpful in some crafting recipes, but also will allow you to remove any sort of effect, like the wither effect, the poison effect. Oh, I got it back immediately. Or that really annoying mining effect that Elder Guardians put on you. We just get rid of that just like that. That's our furnace over there. It's still cooking from the one bucket of lava. Getting a crop farm going at the beginning of your world is really nice to get that food source, and you probably want to do it in a hurry. So instead of planting your crops like this, you actually want to plant them in rows. So we'll make this row some carrots, and then we'll make this row some potatoes, and this row some potatoes, and then we would make this row some carrots again, and your crops will actually grow faster like this. Plus, if you can relocate a beehive at night using a Silk Touch tool, adding some bees near your farm will actually make the crops grow even faster. We all know that you should use Fortune 3 on your ores to get a higher yield from them. But did you know that Fortune actually works on much more than just ores? For example, we could also use it on this crop farm to get a higher yield. And if you actually put Fortune on a hoe, you can use it to harvest crops without actually losing any durability. Fortune also works when harvesting amethyst, melons, nether vines of both varieties, netherwort, glowstone, sea lanterns, leaves to get more apples, sticks, and saplings, and gravel will drop flint every single time. This hoe right here is so much more useful than you think. While it used to just be for tilling dirt, it has a lot more uses now. It can turn rooted dirt and coarse dirt into normal dirt, and it is the most efficient tool to break all of these different blocks. So it has quite a few uses now. Normally, walking on soul sand will slow you down, but using the soul speed enchantment on your boots, you can walk even faster than normal across this stuff. That means you can create a really fast walking path by putting slabs on top of soul sand or soul soil. As you can see, walking really fast. This same trick works with honey blocks, where honey blocks will normally slow you down and make it so you can't jump. So if you make a slab path with honey blocks underneath it, people will be walking really slow and won't be able to jump. Alternatively, you could specifically use soul sand rather than soul soil under your slabs so that people with soul speed go fast and people without soul speed go slow. Let's play a game. What do all of these blocks and these blocks have in common? Well, remember that lava bucket that we put into a furnace earlier? That's right, everything in here can be used as fuel in a furnace, including a jukebox, which is made using a diamond. This isn't even including all of the varieties of wood and boats and everything like that. You can get fortune on your sword. It's actually an enchantment called Looting 3. Well, it doesn't need to be 3, but looting in general. This enchantment works by making mobs drop more than they normally would, so we got 2 raw chicken from 1 chicken. While this effect works on every mob in the game, it's particularly helpful on things like wither skeletons because you want to get their skull, which has a really low chance of dropping, but we managed to get it right there. But you can actually get this power up on your bow rather than just on your sword by putting your bow in your offhand and holding your sword. When you shoot things, you can get that looting effect on the mob you shot. So there was a possibility we could have got more than 1 ghast here from that ghast. We got 4 gunpowder as it is. I find this trick particularly helpful for taking out shulkers in the end so that you have a higher chance of getting their shulker boxes. If you have an iron golem farm, you probably have a chest that looks something like this, and all of these poppies in here you can actually compost so that they turn into bone meal. But poppies aren't the only thing that you can compost. You can compost just about anything that is biodegradable, I think would be the word. That includes things like all these useless seeds you get from farming wheat. Random leaves you picked up? Sure. Even the gross crap, like all these beetroots, you can compost those too. Have an overproducing watermelon farm? Well, there you go. Comment what you're gonna be composting down below. Do you love your Allay and wish that you could just have a friend for him, but you just can't find another outpost or woodland mansion that has one in it? Well, no worries. You can actually breed Allays with only one of them. In fact, it's more like duplication. What you're gonna need is a jukebox with a music disc. Once you start playing that music disc, he's gonna start dancing. I don't know why I'm not hearing that. There we go, now I'm hearing it. And feed him an amethyst shard, and voila, Allay number 2. And you can just do this until you have a whole horde of Allays? Not allies. Allays. Hey, that video on screen right now has 15 of the best tips for beginners in Minecraft. So if you want to see if you're better than a beginner, go ahead and click on it. I cannot wait to see you over there. Bye-bye.